Okay, now before I start this video, I know what you guys are all thinking, man. Tyceno, G-Sites just dropped a 100k a game method, so why are you even posting this? Okay, so number one, this method is different to G-Sites. If it was the same thing or similar, I wouldn't be posting it. Number two, I personally think this method is easier than G-Sites, especially for shot creators, and I know a lot of y'all are shot creators. And number three, if you mix in my method with G-Sites method, you can easily hit 100k a game. I never really used alley-oops in this method, so by mixing them in smartly, you could easily reach the 100k mark. Also, I could add in a number 4 that there is a very high chance 2K will lower the percentage of alley-oops so people don't use G-Sites method. In other words, they patch his method, and if that happens, my method will pretty much become one of the fastest ways possible to get XP. Also, thanks to all you guys who retweeted this on Twitter and got it to 200 retweets. I did say that once this hits 200 retweets, I would make a video on it, so I'm sticking to my word. Now, without further ado, I'm about to show you some gameplay footage of me performing my method. This is from a 60k 12-minute quarter game where I didn't even play the whole 48 minutes, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I do. I found this method completely by myself. No one else helped me find it, okay? You guys will see everything I do. It is really simple. I won't even need to talk for long. This method works against pretty much every opponent in my career except the Bucks, okay? If you still have normal teams and they haven't put in a bunch of CPU generated players, the Bucks help defenders are so tall. Everyone on that team is tall, so it's tough to shoot off screens or do floaters without getting blocked. So honestly, the Bucks are the only team that I avoid playing. But you can pretty much just pick any team from the list of teams, man, from your schedule. Okay, here we are. This is footage from a 60k MyCAREER game. Now, my method utilizes two things that the CPU do, okay? Number one is that when you call a screen against the CPU, most CPU defenders end up leaning on the side that the screen is called on, okay? They do some hedging. So what I do is I hold L1 to call the screen, and the defender is now leaning on the side the screen is on. Which in this case, in this clip right here, that's the left side, okay? So that means if I quickly speed to the right of the screen, in other words, if I fake the screen, I get free from this defender easy, okay? He's got no chance of guarding me now because he's already leaning the other way. I always do two simple dribble moves before I go past the screen because this gives you dribble drive success, which is extra XP. Okay, so now that I'm past that defender, there will be a help defender who will come up and try to guard me, right? This is where the slightly cheesy part comes in. If you go right next to the hoop when you shoot a floater, it goes in 90% of the time and it rarely ever gets blocked, okay? The centers do not know how to block floaters that are right next to the hoop. You don't want to shoot floaters from the mid-range in MyCAREER because the CPU will always block it or get a pretty good contest and it will miss, okay? You want to push your way right inside and then shoot the floater just as you're coming to the hoop. But of course, there is some common sense to this, so if you are wide open at the mid-range, make sure you don't stupidly go right inside. You can shoot it from the mid-range if you are open, but most of the time, go straight into the hoop, go right next to the hoop, okay? And then shoot the floater. You'll see your character just like chuck it up from under the hoop. It looks kind of unrealistic, but it goes in every time, man. To shoot a floater on camera relative, which is the default setting, you pull your right stick away from the hoop without holding R2. So that's pretty much it, man. Hold L1 to call the screen. Fake the screen and use a dribble move, okay, so that you get extra XP at the end. Go baseline and go to the hoop, then shoot a floater. This gives you hella XP. Now, sometimes as you fake the screen, you'll be wide open at the mid-range, and you can simply shoot a moving shot here to give you a good amount of XP, okay? You don't want to shoot floaters every single time. You need to mix it in and be smart with it because the CPU does adjust to things sometimes, okay? Like, if you keep shooting from the three-point line, the CPU starts pushing up on you. It's the same with anything else. Now, on defense, you can either half-court trap or man-to-man, and then just double-team everything by holding L1, okay? Hold L1 to do double teams. You want to try and run into the ball to get steals, then every time you fast break it up the court, it should be easy floaters or moving shots, okay? Simple. Another thing you want to do, this is something that nobody does, bro. Nobody does this, but it's so easy to do. CPUs especially, okay? Run in front of a CPU point guard and double tap circle. When he's running up the floor, you can double tap circle if you get in front of him, okay? A lot of people don't know how to use the take charge or flop button, but this is the best way to use it. This makes you flop, and every time you do this correctly, you get 1000 XP. I usually manage to do this about 3 to 4 times a game, so that's an easy 3000 to 400 XP added on without much work at all. If you want an even extra added boost onto floaters, you can also go to the main street and use once you unlock this endorsement and go and buy some layup boosts, okay? This increases the percentage of all the floaters you attempt, but trust me, the percentage is already super high when you're right next to the hoop like how I do it, so it's not that big of a deal, man. This game you were seeing was without the boost equipped, so I still got like I think I got like 42 out of 52 floaters, and I didn't even have the boost equipped. So yeah, you don't need it, fellas. But there you have it. That is it. That's my method, man. There's nothing else I can say. I don't want to drag this video on. Pause screens with L1. Make sure you do some sort of dribble move so you get more XP for dribble moves to score. It's called dribble drive to score, but it really is just dribbling and shooting a mid-range even, okay? It still gives you it if you just dribble and shoot a mid-range. I don't know why it's called dribble drive to score, because it really, you don't have to drive all the way to the hoop, alright? Now here is the end screen from this game that I was showing you guys, okay? This is the game I've been showing you the whole time pretty much. This is everything I do to get 60k a game, and I get subbed out for most of the 4th quarter. I haven't even got my full minutes yet. As you can see, moving shots, floaters, and dribble drive success are some of the main things I do, and then the rest adds up to around 60k. That's all I have to say about the show. Thanks for watching. I'm currently grinding to 96 overall, so I didn't want to spend too much time on this. I should be there in just a little over a week, so we will see you guys soon with that 96 overall reaction. I might or might not do another video in between, as it takes away from my grind time, but as soon as I hit 99 overall, it's going to be daily uploads. If you guys missed it, 2K revealed that the first 299s get their own customized Nikes made and delivered to them, okay? That is dope, so I really want to make sure I get top 299s, man. I know a lot of people are going to be grinding for it now. So yeah, I want those customized Nikes, man. We coming out with some Tyceno ones or something. Nah, I'm kidding, y'all. I just want my custom Nikes, man. You've been watching Tyceno. Best of luck with trying this method out. And please don't stress if it's not working when you first try it, man. I'm going to be honest, you have to be a pretty good player to do a lot of these things, man. And you need to get used to things before they start working consistently. Even when I started grinding MyCAREER, I was finding it kind of tough. But once you get used to how the CPU plays, it gets much easier. I personally just watch YouTube while I'm grinding, and with this method, I really don't need to think about anything at all, man. So it's really chill, and it allows me to grind without putting much focus into it. It's just like call a screen, man, fake the screen, go to the hoop, pull back on the stick for a floater, on defense, double team everything. That's literally it. There's like 4 things to think of, bro. It's like so simple, it's easy. So I just relax, I just chill in my bed, and I watch YouTube while doing it, man. It's simple. You've been watching Tyceno, y'all. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys soon. Live, love, and laugh. Take care of yourselves. Love you all. We will catch you soon. Peace out.